Let's get this show on the road.
This is a nice art.
Yeah.
Nice UI.
Vanilla Ace does have a surge.
Why are we being...
I want to.
Okay.
Tried to Ace interact.
Should be big silences.
No, exhaust on the
Mm-hmm.
fuck.
You have the entire opera?
If you roll, if you're an 80 special, you should take an 80. I don't want to see fucking medics with fucking 80 launchers.
Make sure you all take a bird and then a javelin.
Oh no, no!
I can't ask the names.
There we go.
That's your check.
Too heavy.
So the reason I do that is because
Good check.
when they do the tow rope stuff, it's easier when it's spawned via my Zeus. It's less laggy, so it's less likely to break the tow ropes and desync over.
Good check.
So now we're just chilling.
Teacher.
Good check.
Slash you on some.
Alive again.
Yeah.
What?
So I've got everything bare bones right now. I'm not gonna spawn everything until I...
So, what?
Hold on. Seymour,
Yes, sir.
there's the pass. Jump on. Anyone that goes in standby right now, because there's only like 40 people on the server. I still got like 10 slots, so I'm just giving the password to people that show up.
Nick, so can you tell me on your head?
So, it was already mentioned, but I think they filled all the pilot slots. There's 5. I only see 4 spawn, though, which means one might have spawned in the wrong section.
The advisors there signing on. Do you guys want us to move some of the transport helicopters over?
50 check.
But I'm just letting anyone in that's not here. But I think based off of the today's numbers here, I'll be setting up my additional squads here.
Check 60.
Well, Secret, we just started the stream. Sometimes Twitch lags a little bit. But until I like have an idea of their plan, I'm not gonna do too much here.
Basic rules.
So this squad is custom made. It's
It's your problem to get me more ammo.
basically it replaces their AT guy with a marksman with a deadlier gun. That's because the AT, I'm fearful that if they come in with boats, the AT will snipe boats out of the water, and that's no
Why
fun.
would you need to range?
Let's just start with the MXSW then.
Now, one last thing I forgot to check in this arsenal. Did I give them mine detectors? Yes, I did. Therefore, I can use mines.
Nice.
What are you?
So I'm gonna get a few Apers mines. I'm not gonna use bounding because those are a bit lethal, but I'm gonna basically
Cool, I still don't weigh too much.
just kind of make a zigzag here. There we go. Now, what I'm also gonna add... I thought about adding like a car, but yeah, we're just gonna keep this as light infantry. But let's see, it's 3:25. I'll wait 5 minutes, and we'll go for the. I'll give you guys a little rundown of how this operation's gonna go. Multiple things to do, a lot of scary stuff. Let me also link the Rhea sites to the Chronos system.
I have no idea even what.
Also, I found out why it was busted in the Project 11 op. Something in TSB assets was actually disabling data link. So my those SAM sites were useless. So I refunded those because that was a debug thing. So instead, I'm just gonna spend a bunch of money on massive defenses. And we're not gonna see that this Sunday. We're gonna see it next Sunday because this Sunday we have a very special operation to do. Also, looks like the water is not supposed to go up that high. Just the map dev has all this grass down here. Interesting enough. Yeah, so I don't know where the 5th pilot is. Like, I know I gave 5, so I guess there just isn't.
Don't intend to drop one.
You shouldn't be carrying a Titan and a freaking machine gun.
I'm alright. Stick to your role. If you're a rifleman, stick to your role as a rifleman.
So usually, so there's a way that you can set spawning in as a seagull, but usually if you spawn in as a seagull multiple times on multiple servers, it just means you have a cracked copy of the game.
So if your rifleman don't bring AT or a fucking MXSW, you know? Your max is 30 rounds if you're using 6.5. Is that simple?
Yeah, so that's... Yeah, there's 2 people, 3 people spawned in, 4 people maybe. There shouldn't be seagulls out here because that's a module.
Are we using these fault ones that we spawned with radios, or are we switching to the 152s?
152.
I picked up the 152, so
Big handful of people did. I mean, I haven't changed any of the spawn settings here. Unless the seagulls by default spawn on the ship, but I don't think that's the case.
These are all.
I didn't change the slot, so whatever. Oh, my radio reset. Lol. Okay. Because I went back in the arsenal to check. It is high back on 5-0.
Hey, fam.
And then there's a Zeus Eagle. Alright, let's see. It's about 3:29. Let me tab out. Lower the music a hot tab. I think, you know, just playing fonts tonight would be a decent part of this operation. And then after this, at I think 8, Barb said, we're gonna do something I haven't done in a while. A little bit of PvP commentary with Barbarian. I did it last week on his channel. I'm gonna stream it to my channel. I like watching people kill each other. I mean, if that wasn't apparent already, since I do the Zeus, you know?
GC.
So,
Let me know when y'all
I'll talk about that while we're getting into debrief here. But here's the operation today. So I got everything set up. We got the unit roles here. A little talk about what the infantry are doing. They got 8 boats. They can deploy anywhere, or they can have Hurons pick them up. Crewmen, we've got 2 rhinos that can be airlifted in, or 4 marshals on site hangar bays that they can use because they're amphibious. And then pilots have access to a large amount of stuff. 2 F-18s, 2 Blackfeets. 2 Blackfoot helicopters, an AH-6 Little Bird, that's the armed one, 2 Hurons, which are also Chinooks that are used for lifting vehicles, and then an MH-6 Little Bird for reinserts, and then their objectives. First objective on the docket is a FOB right here that they can go take over and use as an LZ. I angled it this way because of the final objective listed, but we'll get to that. The second is to secure a construction building. This is Highs on message ground.
Is my ground operator clear to...
Affirm. Op is live. You are clear to begin your recon. Over.
Good copy.
So, then another objective is they have to secure this construction building in the town, but I outright state not to bomb it, because if it's destroyed, this will be a mission failure. I was playing around with that trigger this morning. It was really fun. So, they got to secure that from CSAT. There is an airfield here with a Shikra and the Yak-130. If they can capture it, cool. That's what NATO wants them to do. NATO command, whatever you call them. But if those 2 planes are destroyed, then NATO can't capture them to learn stuff about them, reverse engineer, blah, blah, blah. So that'll become a failure. And then we have the main base over here. And then the SAM site. 3 Rhea SAM launchers, all angled so that this area can't be engaged. But if the pilots go too high up, or too far to the left, or too far to the south, they will be engaged. So it's a way of limiting air's movement. So it's not completely unrestricted. So it's not completely unrestricted.
Plan on the map.
But it's just still a limiting factor for them.
Recon the base first, so to confirm that's not a stupid move.
Send again, ground.
Sorry?
Repeat your last.
I'm just going to throw down a few things here. What I've noticed is if I pre-build everything in the AO, the load times, even for vanilla, tend to be a bit laggy, extra. So instead,
2 of my guys is both people. I'd just rather have them all together as infantry. Prevents fucking split pulses.
That's okay.
Millennium, what do you mean by that? But as I was saying, I'll just build a few of the extra patrols and garrisons that are away from the immediate area in Zeus to make it a little less framey when they come in. Because when you have, 50, 60 people join a server at once, it can get a little messy. Just a little bit. But Millennium, thanks for the 20-month resub. It's a 19-month streak. Anywhere on the map, what do you mean by a G3 or a G36? Do you mean the Japanese plane? Do you mean, the G36K German assault rifle? What do you mean by that?
Not yet, still flying.
Jason, get ready.
Sorry, I just need a little bit of guidance there. I don't think we have a G36 in vanilla. Correct me if I'm wrong, because it's HK 416s, 417s, the 6.5 weapons that are unique to NATO, the MX and the Kabeta. We got TAR 20s, TAR 21s, MP5s, various handguns. But yeah, I don't think there's a G36, bro. I'm sorry. We're having a new mod set drop soon, so maybe that'll be a bit more up your alley. I know we've got plenty of G36 there. I think they're adding a German mod to it, but yeah, I am unaware of any G36s in vanilla. That'd be cool though. If maybe in global, no, I don't think there's G36s in Cold War either. So I don't know. Drop a Navid. All right. I can put that in the CSAT HQ. I mean, it's in construction. But I can put that puppy right here. So, drone is already getting up in the air. It is fairly high up. So I don't see any assets engaging them, but a few things to note about this AO, guys. First off, minefield on the obvious approach vector. I got a squad up here to do covering fire, another squad up there. I got a patrol back here to move in as QRF. Other QRF to come in here. You just saw me put a Marid APC right here to possibly bring in as QRF at this little pass. I've got a T100. Further back, we have another Marid I just put down. I've got 2, not snipers. It's the 9.3 millimeter, so it's a little smaller, but getting hit by this in the torso will still knock you down. I've got 2 Tigrises right here, the 2 planes that they need to preserve. Also, this is a full R&R complement and a transport Taru. So fuel, ammo, repair. And that can be for their ground Vix. And then I've got, a garrison right here. We've got the garrison right here. I've got another T-100 overwatching the northern side, as well as an air defense team. And then I've got the HQ, which is a little under-garrisoned right now. I'll be adding to it as they actually land on the island and stuff for the sake of frames. And I've got 2 more Tigrises. And then over here, I've got 4 AA statics all around facing from north to south, but it keeps the western flank open. And then in the back, we have 3 Reyes sites. First off, you have the radar, and then 3 Reyes all attached to an ammo Vic, so they have infinite ammo, because that's how vanilla loading works. So, tough up. We'll see how, why does the stream still... Are you sure, Whale? Does it... It says Naval Invasion in my book. I'll hit the update button again, but try refreshing the page. I'll go to Twitch real quick. And go to my channel. And let's see.
Okay, take the same file.
It says Naval Operation for me, so just try refreshing your page.
Yeah, most amazing for that.
But I've noticed the past week and a half, the buttons have been a bit sticky for the title and the mission command. You gotta mass click it a few times. I've been trying to do that here and there, so...
Get inside the board.
I'm good. All right, thanks, Will. No, I don't want to confuse people. You know,
So far, 1 tower, 1
every group has their
marked units, couple of
has their own
towers
thing.
and 20 plus AI.
This is doing up that
Send in go team 6. So I'm gonna throw some rifle squads down,
I'm gonna send the infantry in.
just to act as QRF to move in.
All squads
And then there's no way, so I'm not gonna set any global settings here.
follow around the blue line. Left
Oh, we missed it. One of the marshals launched.
east side of the middle
I
outpost.
love this feature. You can just drive the marshal off the side, and then it's buoyant, so it'll float
keep
back
2
up.
people in their boat, use them for GMD support. on the
Well,
bay.
you gotta share.
Have the infantry move along the hillside. Shoot down the enemy infantry. Drone
You gotta get some momentum, guys.
if there's any QRF incoming from the south.
Alpha's fully loaded, ready for stepping.
Did everybody copy that plan?
So it's still drivable when it's like this, but they basically turn into a submarine.
Hello, this is the marshals. We are in the duck mode and proceeding to island.
Good copy. When you get halfway there, our infantry's probably landed and already engaging. So just be
So
careful.
he still has a
Right.
forward momentum as fast as that one, but he's now gone into submarine mode, and you can see it on the surface. I love it when they do that. Because you're not supposed to just fall right off the side. But I'm gonna...
Infantry, you
I
can
want to
step
experiment
off
with
now.
that mode. I'm going to turn that into an op idea one day, where they're submarine warfaring and, you know, with mechanized squads, and they get into an island on that way. Yes, there's a bottom. And they're eventually going to hit it.
This is drone up. Be advised, the towers on the first 4 path statics.
Good copy. That's something for the marshals to take out at range. If the infantry follow the routes I marked, then they should not have trouble with it. At least there will be enough cover.
Miller's done it again. I mean, leave it to my operations, right? Yeah, maximum stealth, but unfortunately on the surface it reflects it.
Ground, are we still ready for stepping?
Just imagine a bunch of CSAT dudes on the bank. They see that in the distance. Like, what is that? Why is there a little white streak? But yeah, it only happens if they don't drown because they're in the vehicle, because the vehicle thinks they're floating, but they're not because the physics break, because of how the buoyancy works. That's what happens if you drop right off the edge. If you get a little momentum going over, then you can get that going.
Us to engage at any time, or just wanted us to swim?
I prefer.
It's a
you
slow-moving
wait until
torpedo.
land.
Ground, you do know that blue line of ingress sets us over a fucking mountain for ingress for the fob, right?
Yeah.
Bad idea.
Hey, it's a line.
That does put them on the side. I mean, nothing's... These guys can potentially look, and these guys can adjust, but yeah, there's very little cover over here if I were to move things. So, as putting up a good statement there, but it's gonna be messy.
Bravo to ground, do you want us to go by blue or black?
Yeah, that marshal's gonna probably take an extra 5 minutes to get on the shore.
Do that.
And some of the infantry's deployed, some of it's still back here though.
Command, boat driver,
I'm also surprised they didn't open up with a volley from the turret. Sure, it's probably the base is within its minimum range, but they could just manual it.
Hi, this is John.
This is hi, send message.
Can you kick the boat driver?
Say again?
Can you kick the boat driver?
Yeah, Charlie Squad.
Who is he?
His name is Charge Poppy. Charge the Poppy? I can't pronounce his name.
Done.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so one group's already deployed. Now you have these guys engaging. But yeah, one group already up here is a bit of a weird idea here.
This is ground-to-vehicle crews. We have boots on the ground. You're clear to engage.
So it sounds like the Marshal is now engaging some of the infantry up there.
This is Alpha SL.
Go ahead.
EI Squadron, smokestack, yellow smoke. Gonna need some fire suppression on it. This is drawn up if you want, I can laser it.
So I'm gonna play marksman here.
Bravo to ground, we are on the shore.
Vicky, can you pull that fire suppression, please?
This is drawn up, be advised. IFV coming in from the south.
Yeah, you guys don't want to stop moving. And it looks like the vehicle got me. These guys I'm going to set to combat mode. We got this group also coming down, and I got those guys on the rear that can do stuff. He's now engaging that boat. He gets destroyed. Looks like AT guy was able to get that shot. Now, I'm not sure if my audio's a little muted, but yeah, I've been meaning to keep pulling that up. Just to hear some of the action through the sound here. We got some frags being popped in.
Alpha, you're pretty isolated. Maybe wait for infantry other squads to support you.
Now you can hear them rocking suppressors there. I'm gonna quickly tab out, just lower the music volume a touch. Alright, that's a little more than a touch. There we go.
This is Bravo, we are pushing west-northwest towards Alpha.
Copy. Alpha, are you on that? Hey, Sam. Alright, be aware. You're
Got another boat coming up.
Understood.
Throw chem lights at him, yeah, right?
Charlie is on the way to support you, boys.
Yeah, so we still got dudes in these guard towers, so that flank just got eliminated. This dude now running out as well. Azariah doesn't even see him. And yeah, I mean, I just birded a lot of their dudes. Medic's still alive, though, so he'll be able to recover. Now you got that boat engaging from over there. That fix still taking its sweet time.
Alpha's breached in on the northeastern side of the compound. Gonna need medical support additional.
Alright, so infantry are coming up as QRF. I'm also debating sending in one of my orcas, so let's get that into play here. And she's got nothing guided, so it won't be too much of a threat to the boats coming in. And these guys are slowly moving up. But the fear with these rifle teams is they do have AT, so if boats are still active, they will be pretty easy targets. They just snipe that guy through that area.
Platoon Medic Alpha, can you mark right?
Just as I was getting that GL sorted. But we have these reinforcements coming in. First Vic is almost there. Second Vic still taking its sweet time because it's underwater. So I'm a lot more aggressive in vanilla.
This is Marshall 1-1. We,
Yeah, so he just keyholed me. Now we got this group running up, getting very close to the AI.
North side of the fucking
Player base, excuse me.
Hillside to the west, please.
We have a helicopter coming in from the southwest, is directly above.
Red smoke will be indicative of rough enemy position.
So it is set to seek and destroy. Surprised these SAMs aren't locking on from this range. But that would be up to a drone operator to utilize them should he need to.
Red smoke deployed.
I'm going to control this guy manually.
This is ground to also
Yeah, so the SAM finally caught up to me there. Put a few rounds on his boat, but he's still okay, because those were near misses. Looks like a little bird came in and went down as well. Don't know what happened with that.
Alright,
And now the Marshal is driving through this mine zone, but these guys have taken the first objective here.
over right now.
And I'm gonna ready some AT here. Oh, I think the Marshal just tripped one of those mines.
This is Bravo, we're taking contact from the southwest. Top of the...
Alright,
Yeah, you probably don't want to stop if a guy with AT's right there. I mean, that's just me personally.
and make sure to cover the 360 spectrum.
Yeah, there's mines on the outside of the base.
So did I just blow away the... Ah, poor Seymour.
Personnel, we drove over one.
Must have been on the northern side to be a counter-defensive infantry pushing.
That's where I engaged.
Alright, I still got this marksman right here, so I'm gonna do some marksman things. Alright, little high. We're getting shot at immediately by a coaxial of some sort.
Marshal infantry contact on the southwest hillside, skylining.
And they got a bird with more reinserts coming in. I think that's ground command's team, actually. Something... Woo, they're getting wobbly up there. Alright, so a little lower. And a little to the left. No, it's not. Ooh, that was in his face. Alright, I think I got it zeroed. Ooh, look at that dodge he just did. Just like the Matrix. He knows he's taking fire, he just thinks it's from a different angle. And dropped him in the face.
Marshal 1-1.
3 headshots so far, alright.
Can you get a thermal sweep on the hillside where the radio tower is, please?
We engaged the enemies up there, but nothing else has been spotted.
We're taking accurate.
He shot. He closed it. Oh, that's smart.
Over there.
Look at that guy standing in the open. Got a ricochet off of his arm. That one went through his crotch. I crippled him, and he is immediately bandaging just where he was shot. And that went in his head.
Sand.
Can you detach medic to west side of compound? Got medic down, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is ground. You got TI southeast of the base. Close.
Headshot. Alright, the Vic found me. After I, what, killed 4 or 5 dudes?
There's stuff up there, but there's a lot of trees, so... we won't be able to get them all.
Hey, Finn, can we task air to do a strafing run on or some shit? Seems like we have 4 pilots.
Wish that AT guy was a little smarter. We might have been able to snipe one of their marshals there. Pawnee respawning. That was the original aircraft that went down. I can delete that Orca.
1.
But let's see. Now I can focus on deploying
Yes, wait 1.
more infantry. So we're going to do some rifle squads. I'm going to spawn them back here. If my eyes can see them, that would be nice.
ETA till strike's gonna be a good 2 minutes or so out.
Hey, Feb.
And I'm going to start sending them in. We're going to deploy another rifle squad.
Right now.
Ground, this is high. If you have a drone operator, you do have access to a hammer turret, as was said in the brief. Over. I didn't say that in the brief, but it's in the tasks. It's listed as something they have.
FOB, if there are any new order stuff.
And, you know, if you deploy a drone and connect to it, you would see it as an option, but...
Charlie to ground.
You know, it's all about just taking account of what you have or don't have, so...
This is drone up, ground actual is down.
Now, I do have these.
Near Marshall, west of the base, of the first swap.
East or west?
Keeping it back here as a Vanguard unit. Looks like everything else has been eliminated.
Platoon medic onward.
I can go ahead and delete that wreck. I'm not going to really delete any bodies till they move on from this position. But they still have dudes down up here. I think they're still waiting on that medic. There's Lolo, though.
Bravo to ground.
He might be out of medical, though. Nope, there he goes.
Send traffic. Eyes on sniper team on the solar tower, bearing 235.
So they spotted that.
Compound.
I'm tempted. I'm really tempted. I want to see if there'll be a second where he, like, hovers over or something to get a lock on. If I can walk an AGM into somebody.
Send it.
Hey, what's that target on that hill you want me to take out?
The trees.
The trees. Copy. The trees are alive.
No visual on ground. You already up?
Ground's back on this. Ground Alpha reporting in, taking no contact. I'm pushing my guys upon Black Ryan prescribed. No copy. Wave 1 Alpha. Let's get this plan together first. Charlie, Charlie to ground command. Go ahead, Charlie. Should we push with Alpha? Wave 1. Drone up.
Yes.
Can you get recon on the airfields?
Yeah. Can do, just have to relocate.
So you're hearing the AA guns firing off. Sounds like it hit Mox, so he's attempting an emergency landing. Yeah, he poked his head too high. You can hear those, you could hear these guys firing at him. Probably keyed hold him through the hill. So Mox still coming in too hard. There it goes.
be advised, if you want air support, it's going to be very difficult to get stuff in, as stated in brief. I've now lost 2 birds.
Alright.
So where are those rifle squads I sent a while ago?
If you absolutely need it,
Alright, they're still going up.
But if it's something like just kill these trees, I'm not doing that anymore.
Fox, pressure sending on net.
Send those guys in. Looks like they're going over to check that out.
Please.
I could probably unveil a SOCOR somewhere. Well, I'll give them a few more minutes to think about things. Let's go ahead, add a garrison.
Wait, we're getting recon on it first. I mean, we just spotted 2 Tigrises, which would have been a very much a thorn in the side.
Hey, Fim, it would be an idea to get reconnaissance done prior to...
Alright.
That's what we're doing now.
They haven't spotted anything at that base yet, so...
Airfield check out what's in the town of Teumess.
I'm gonna get them moving. Because those guys can act as spotters because they have visual of everything.
Alright, while the drone finishes recon, all squads move out to hold point 1.
And that'll probably take about 60 seconds of airtime, and we're gonna basically shatter that base.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the issue is, I think they're gonna move in and possibly get hit by that artillery shell. But yeah, you can see that tower just peeking over.
It's as transport as well as ground is taking one-time CSAT truck. If you're Charlie or Bravo, you can load in the truck.
So we'll see where that shell lands. It should land right on the dot since I didn't do any differentiation.
Load it into King's Marshal.
Oh, frickety frack, Khalil's leading his squad right in.
Did you recon the town of Kolia?
Alright, only one person got dropped from that.
We're moving out in 30 seconds, guys. If you're not out, then we are...
Artie's now making the adjustment from that spotter. I mean, again...
Charlie to...
These guys... Yeah, this guy's even looking in the direction. He can just see stuff over the hill, so he can see where the smoke lands and whatnot.
Charlie to ground command. There's minefield on the field.
Let's see, I can get rid of these bodies.
Mind if it's a 155 explosion.
I think it's a mine. Oh, that's beautiful. Turtle! Thanks for the tier 3 resub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this one.
Thanks, Firefox.
You're welcome.
Waiting on that shell to land. It's gonna be another 10 seconds, give or take. Wow, and that blew up a lot of stuff. They even hit the helicopter. Blew up, wow. I'm also surprised they're not using these mortars. They could, like, coordinate with recon and get that shell. That would be really smart, but they're not. So now I'm going to do 5 rounds in the center of that base. Walked in with Artie. Yeah, I don't think they know about this tank either, and I do have this, you can hear it firing in the distance. Oh, this is... I've got 2 squads, I've got an IFV and a tank. And none of them are marked. This is going to be a very rude awakening. I got 2 more squads coming in as QRF2.
When we all get at hold point 1, we're proceeding to hold point 2.
That's not good. My point is, this is gonna get nasty.
Go Firefox. Got a rally point set up at the gas station. We'll regroup with...
Bonnie's respawned once again. And I think, yep, IFE just started engaging. I can go ahead and delete these mines because they've moved on. And I can delete some of these bodies.
Squads report in when you reach hold area 1.
I'll leave the mortars, though, in case they think about possibly coming back to them.
Hold area 1. Alpha HA1. Firefox, you get a beat on where that fucking autocannon came from, or was that you?
Negative to both.
I'm gonna back this guy up on the hill, see if he gets some better elevation. I cut his fuel, that's why he's not moving. But I do that so they don't dynamically move.
I suggest, anyone has a suggestion how we take out the cruisers?
We have contact southwest.
Sounds like they're engaging those two teams.
Firefox bearing 194.
Fuck it, I'm gonna send them over on the rear, and I'm gonna send this tank up. These two squads I'm gonna divert to go assist over here. Now you're having this gunfight. Here, perhaps they'll get better eyes from this hill over here.
T100 down the road, west southwest.
Break, urgent, T100, west of gas station, 100 meters.
Uh-oh, Marshall's in view.
Good, Marshall, fall back, that ain't your fight.
Just put a shot in him. Just took an AT shot as well. I'm gonna try to maneuver him over here. 2 AT shots. He's spraying down. Yeah, their turret's out of action. The turret got knocked out from AP rounds there.
Be advised, this is Firefox, our turret
Oh, everything is red on him. All right, I'm gonna try to pull him back. I think only his other thing's there. I can move him to those logistics over there. And it looks like he was still engaged. And unfortunately, he went down. But that thing's been there the entire time. I try to have vehicles pre-made before they, you know, start doing their recon.
The enemy Daigyo.
But he might have also been flanked over here. It's hard to tell. But now Air might want to faster up those guys in. Instead. When I say Air faster open in, I mean they should grab a vehicle. Now you're seeing one of the planes flying up.
We lost one Marshal.
Ground, this is high. How copy?
Go ahead, high.
In case you need me to, I can always use the marshals from the side hangar to the rear hangar of the destroyer if you want Air to rope them in instead of crews driving them in, since I know it's a slow descent. Over.
Copy, I'll coordinate that with my JK.
So, this guy just sniped the AT dude.
Ground ticking, autocannon fire from the south.
Repeat last Alpha.
Autocannon fire 30 mil from the south, probably about 500 meters outside my guys.
These guys are all spread out over here.
Ground.
Turrets out, guns out.
Guns up. Okay, man. Thing coming in. Southeast.
I'm trying to pull him back to the hangar so I can get him repaired. So what I'm going to do is set him to careless hold fire.
Firefox to ground.
Go ahead, Firefox.
And I can bring him up there and get him R&R'd.
One of those rhinos brought up because if marshals aren't going to do anything against MBTs. Chick-Tac also agrees with that statement.
Yeah, so I do have 2 NBTs, one in the middle of the road, the other one's up here. I don't have any plans for T-140s.
I can get one of the rhinos up, but I can get the rhino up.
I don't have any other plans to put him. I do have the Scorcher there too, though. So now, if we really wanted to light a fire under their ass, we can do this.
Just do what you need to do.
So this is Marshal 1-1, I'm not moving through that smoke.
Because now it would be the ground infantry that are coming around.
Push them westbound down the road on the left side.
It's the opposite.
Now we're gonna try to envelop them with those 2 weapon squads that have moved
Charlie's
up.
going to push from the south.
How far can the drone see for distance? Up to 10 clicks. So with Vanilla, I have a script in play, and they can put this up to 10 clicks, and then they can use the drone to view up that far. With Ace, Ace has its own option, which I allow them to set client-side, and they can set it in increments of 500 up to, I think, 3 clicks, and then it's increments of 1,000.
Backed out towards Earth.
So it's however far they want.
There was a Kajman in the air.
It wasn't Carson, it was Kamish.
That was another.
Solid copy, never mind that.
So, you know, I just let them have the option because, you know, Arma is a game where everyone renders things differently and has a better or shittier computer.
Copy that. All squads. Alpha, how are you doing on casualties?
Walking wounded, but we're fine.
Alright, so we're gonna range another shell because it's the AI that would allegedly be talking to him, the squad leaders. There's plenty of squad leaders in that AO to range.
Marshal 1-1 Alpha B.
Yeah, however far their computer can handle. For me personally, when I'm streaming, I don't like to go above 4 clicks. Unless I'm hunting air assets.
Hey, BTS Kajman, was a Kamish coming onto the MSR by gas station, 100 meters west of gas station.
What? That is not the way I wanted you to go. And you're dead because you think you went up there and then his AI brain decided to go around the MSR instead of going to that one point, so it happens. The AI is pretty dumb.
Wait. There's an AFV coming in west side.
And this Marshal's going rogue. I don't know what aggroed it, but they're driving right into the AO. Marshal's gonna immediately engage it. I'm gonna fold in these infantry. I've got an AT dude that's very close. These are Tanoan guys, so I'm having a mix here. Looks like Vic is now pulling back because, yeah, it is pretty badly exposed. Shell just came in, knocked out that position.
Moving out west to hold point 2.
We're gonna have another shot range in, and I am also going to deploy another Orca.
Marshal. Just past the Kamishes, we're taking some infantry contacts.
So I'm going to start having to put pilots in there because I'm willing to bet drone will start reconning things. Hopefully setting him to seek and destroy will make him a little more active, but he probably won't be, instead just be something to get shot down. Or he'll get hunted by the Pawnee. I haven't heard any panic yet, so I probably haven't gotten the message. Yeah, well, I mean, looking down here, what I like about this map is some of the forestry. I haven't really seen forest combat in these types of forests, but it's all Arma 3 assets, so the AI will actually respect them. And, you know, treat them as serious. And then you got also all these, like, roving areas and whatnot. They can easily get Overwatch on things and cause a significant amount of damage.
Contacts 300 from.
So I got some units over here.
On the hill.
Now you're having Artie landing further back. Looks like Pixel got hit. And we're just gonna keep walking those shots up.
Gas station.
I still do have a squad leader in the AO, so I can still
Ground to all squads. Just
range those
slowly
in.
push towards hold point 2 west, and then.
Meanwhile, that Orca's coming in. The Pawnee is pulling back. Also, someone decided to come back and crew these mortars. Good idea. That's the crewmen that they lost their marshal, so they're waiting for the next vehicle to come up
The 2 mortars back
as that is handled.
are still working and have ammo.
So they're now going to sling load one of those rhinos up. I got to keep an eye on that.
Bravo, this is Alpha, urgent.
And I'm going to have that Orca go up and dogfight.
Alpha's medic's down, we've got about 3 or 4 casualties. Just dispatch a medic and 2 people to a security detail, thank you.
Yeah.
And I just heard a lot of SAM missiles get launched. And I don't see it on my radar anymore. Are you kidding me? Oh shit. Well, okay. AI did it. I thought the missile actually made it through the forest line there, but I completely lost control. It's because I was, I had the asterisk key on, so I didn't have camera control. So that was an oof on my end. Again, all right, make your memes. Liru's a bad pilot. Let's go. It's been a while.
Safe place I can drop off this Rhino.
It's time for that, right?
Gas station marker outcast. Alpha's there, holding security.
And we still have guys flanking around from this angle. Got a Maskaz that's been made, and I've got these just multiple infantry coming around. Let's see, these guys are going to be going right into this vehicle's crosshairs.
Be advised, Firefox crew is back at the fob. It'd probably be easier to drop it there so we can take it rather than us having to walk back in again.
Just standing there staring at me. We're gonna do a little bit of booping. Again, because infantry are pushing ahead of everyone, so we're gonna make some Maskazes. So I'm gonna have these guys pull over and engage.
All squads proceed to move to hold point 2.
Have these guys go prone because they're being engaged. So they got my engine with that shot. Unfortunately, I didn't have any plans to move it.
Seemed like a safe place for me to drop in off a Rhino.
Then do it at the fob.
I'm waiting for them to call for something else, because these guys are pretty much pinned. Not even on thermals, buddy. Good try, though. They've got a VLS cruise missile system. They have their own artillery system. Anything to at least disable the gun, you know? But they're trying to brave this out as infantry. This is what bugs me about TSB sometimes. I give them some really fun stuff in ops, and then they never use it, and then they complain at me saying, hey, you never give us anything fun. And it's like, bruh, like, you have F-18s, you got every type of vanilla attack helicopter, you've got all this cool stuff, please, like, come on. Anyway, I'm gonna get back on the gun and keep shooting at people.
This is ground to all squads. I think the best course of action to take out those precursors is to move along the hillside and take it out when we see it. Alternatively, I have a hammer turret that we might use to slam the airfield.
Ground break urgent. Sniper team on solar tower marker. Enemy DCR Kamish literally laying into 3 squads.
Copy that. I don't have anything. So I'm pull back.
Ooh, good rocket. Disabled something on my gun. There's the smokes.
Remember, ground Firefox is here with those mortars if you want to put a few rounds out before we load back up.
It's in a fucking cartwheel.
Copy that, Charlie. You have an accurate location on that Kamish.
Boop. Please use a cruise missile. Like, give me something. You got a drone, you can laze des with that. That's a friendly.
Hey, squads, spread out. I want people moving north.
But they've essentially walked into a big kill zone. And now I've got my hostile infantry coming up to sweep.
Squads spread out. I want people moving north and the valley to move back east.
One squad pushing up, I'll stop that pretty easily, and this will be their reminder. What happened to you? I mean, I think they got the Rhino down, but... And there's the Marshal. And now here's the infantry coming in to sweep.
Mark your position, Bravo.
Yeah, so there's the Rhino. Rhino's okay. Vic is toast. So I think he's trying to find an angle to snipe it on, but we also have all these infantry folding in. There's still a medic up. He's still going to be getting people up, which is good. I got some guys on the rear that can swing around as well, but I've given them now a difficult situation. I want to see how they get out of it. JTAC is up. Medic is also up, but yeah, we got a lot of Op4 now sweeping in.
Oh, Firefox, are you still able to provide a fire mission?
And Pharonix is now pulling back, but we got this four-man
Why
team.
didn't we know about this BTR about 20 minutes ago when you were reconning out the area?
Is that the recon?
You have a drone.
Give Firefox 60 seconds to get back on the mortars and we can put some rounds.
Alright, I'm going to see if I can do anything to Overwatch here.
This is ground. Be where we might definitely meet on top of the hill and north.
Ground, this is the reinserts. I have the Vic currently. Where do you want us to deliver this Vic, or where do you want us to locate?
Bring Vic to the gas station.
Be advised, Firefox on mortars, ready for tasking.
Just to confirm, the gas station by hold point 1.
They walked right into an ambush, and I mean, does it look like I'm hiding this? It's here plain as day. They spotted the marksman on that tower. That was called in early, but they didn't spot the big frickin' IFV.
Drone abject.
So, you know, it's just a massacre at this point, because we also, bear in mind, we have a script that runs, if they go unconscious, they can't use their radios, because they're down, you know?
This is drone up. I'm stepping up as interim ground.
Gonna put that over their bow there, just to show them how vulnerable they are, and if they want to continue right here, I'll boop them. But yeah, most of the infantry is down because they've walked right into it. And Raptor here gets blown away as he's trying to medic up Lolo. But yeah, like they've spotted these two dudes. How did they not spot, if they're on thermals,
Mortars are on station.
you spot these two, how did you not spot the, you know, it makes no sense to me, but that's part of the fun.
Sorry, Drone, rather than say about fucking mortars, how about you give us some fucking intel about where we're taking the shots from? We're taking fire from every angle here.
This is drone up. Pull the fuck back to HP1.
How did Charged Poppy get here?
Mortars, I'm gonna mark you an area. I want you to saturate it.
Guys, can you hear me?
Mortars, do you copy?
Copy that, give us a pause.
Wet line, 4 rounds smoke along the line.
Charlie to ground command.
Go.
All of us died. We're going to...
Right, that's why I don't put these on the carrier. Because in vanilla, if a pilot engages friendlies and kills them, they get negative rating, then the SAMs shoot them down. I keep forgetting about that.
Meet my lads back at the fucking gas station.
So we are now going to counterattack.
Guys.
Smoke round, splash now.
But yeah, I mean, now that they're organizing here, they've lost some ground, they're going to have to redeploy, and this op just got that much longer.
That's east side of the boat base.
Alright, we got
I mean, so this isn't even an objective. I mean, they even have it marked, kill this, please. Like, if I was the drone operator, I would be lasing that right now.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, they even have... Have you been shooting at dudes?
AT boy, we want to climb down the ladder in a minute.
Why do we have a dude
Deering, is there anyone else that's coming in?
No.
Yeah,
No, I was the last one.
Alright, then once
Okay.
we'll take in a boat with whatever remains of
Okay. No, hold on. They're gonna say, "Hey, we have someone weird."
Charlie to ground command.
Can you do a thermal scan?
If we need an aircraft, we'll take one, but I'm not sure that there's space. There's only 4 of us though, so we might be able to fit it.
Hey, autopilot, get out, please.
So again, I would have let him stay there, but he sniped 2 dudes. You know, so that guy, there's no way, like, the only way he would have been dropped is by him.
Go. We are coming back with the boat.
Like, that one, you know, maybe a stray shot, like, at best, but that guy, no, he definitely shot him. So these guys would call for the Vic to go look at things, and I don't know why he's way over here on his own. Like, if he was doing, logistics, then sure, but...
Repeating fire mission.
Nah. Nah, fam, you can't lone wolf in here, I'm sorry. I've got stuff to make sure you can't do that. Let me phrase it like this. I'll let you lone wolf, but I've got thermal optics and shit.
Alpha, this is JTAC. How copy?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, where can I get some reinserts sent over to you? Never mind.
Evidently, JTAC, not Alpha's position.
Ground command, this is the armored vehicle at the gas station.
Some people bitch at me when I do that, so I literally counted it down and stared at him.
I'm the HB1 marker. Pull back into the town of Carlisle. Make it a close find.
Shot out the pilot of that. I mean, I got dudes right here.
Reinserts through
Might as hell use them.
If you guys can hold down the town, we'll be back in full strength in no time.
That Vic's still flyable, though. And the counterattack continues. They put a bunch of smoke up here, I guess, to try to cover that, but it doesn't...
Alright, what are you asking me to do?
They're trying. I'll give them that. They're trying right now to bounce back, but... I've got CSAT pushing back, too.
Hi, Command. I got a burning Huron on the carrier.
Stand by, I'll move that wreck off. Looks like you landed a Blackfoot where it spawns, and it caused it to respawn and die. They'll respawn in 6 minutes.
Hi, Command. I don't have 6 minutes.
JTAC, I got a laser marker on the BDRK.
It says it on,
Could I get a fucking missile on that thing?
Oh, I forgot to write that they respawn. Well, they know they've been respawning because Mox already had his bird spawn a few times, so... Alright, that one's my mistake. I should put the time it takes for them to respawn.
Charlie to ground command. Pogo, that's
ground.
Team Firefly. Charlie to ground command.
This is ground.
We are moving back to the RP1.
And we just got lit up by the AP.
Where?
RP1 on the map, the blue line.
And like
HB1.
Down all the infantry.
So, yeah, correct.
Stay in the town for now. Get the CSAT in the open areas. Can't fight them in the forest.
Put some rounds up there.
Understood.
Is this drone off?
Go ahead, drone off.
Do I have ATGMs available or not? It's the Wino man.
Drone up. This is JTAC. Bug off. I've told you multiple times. My guys keep getting shot down. I'm doing what I can to get that stupid BTRK shot out of the sky.
JTAC, it's not at you, it's at the Wino. I know that you guys can't come in.
Drone up, this is hi, how copy?
Go.
You have access to your VLS, right?
Copy.
Hear that silence? He didn't even know he had a VLS.
Everyone get inside, that way the chopper can land without us being in the way.
It's like... I told him, before we started the stream, I mentioned, you have a hammer turret, you have a VLS, use them, and he didn't even know he had one, even though I told everyone, before I opened the server to everyone, I'm like, you have this, please use it. But, whatever. Prozzy's also right here on the open front line. We got people running in, so... I don't know, maybe I didn't mention it enough. I should have just made absolutely sure. Maybe I should have put it, under infantry. I would have said in bold letters, hey, you also have this, this, and this. I just assume when you open up your, drone terminal, and you have to select what thing you want to connect to that, you know, you see all these other options, like, ooh, what's this? Oh, this is a SAM. Oh, this is a VLS. Oh, this is a hammer. But I guess I think differently. Hey, so you're looking right over there. Do you see something? All right, let me make sure that didn't blow up on respawn. Nope, that came in fine. Cool. But, you know, this is good that we've had this failure, because now I know what I need to specifically write down to help the players out. Because I'm not trying to be a jerk about this. I'm just trying to... I'm just trying to make it so that they know, you know? But I would assume, hey, they know about XYZ, but... You know, sometimes you just don't know. But here we go. Now we can see the sexy assets here.
This is...
Oh yeah, before the stream, I always give a lot of information. I just don't start the stream then, because then we have a lot of time of them setting up and whatnot. Look at that. Even took the tower out too, caused those guys to die. Alright, you're dead. I'm sorry. You're dead, buddy. There we go. That's all they needed to do. And they didn't do it. And, well, we saw the result. They're not shooting at Prozzy, they're shooting at the guys behind Prozzy.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Rhino's on station. Waiting for...
Charlie to ground command.
Ground command.
There's a squad pushing from southwest to...
And we also have the Blackfoot coming in, it's staying low.
Area. We're coming back in with 3 inserts.
Copy that,
Oh, War Kitten, come on. I know the difference between fantasy and reality. What you just said was pure fantasy right there, alright? Don't tease me.
Any direct line of fire on the gas station, trace 1 degree left across the road.
Oh, yeah, no, when I let the drone operators do stuff, in certain ops where it's required, yeah, I make sure they have a lot of stuff to play with, but... that's on non-Friday stuff when I actually want a drone operator to be there, but also, you gotta understand the criticalness of a role like that.
Drone off ground.
Hi, Commander, are you able to fix this Chinook before I bash my head in my keyboard?
Yeah, next time land in the center, but here. Anyway, drone up. I think ground was calling you before I interrupted. My apologies. I don't know, because...
I want your clearance to fuck the 2 Tigrises.
No, don't use cruise missiles anymore.
Everybody else load into the Huron.
Yeah, so they gotta be careful here, because if the explosion's too big, it's gonna cause a domino effect, and...
I suggest you get a coherent movement because there's a lot of lines on
Like, they could probably get away with striking that one, but that one's gonna have to be taken out with something else.
Fuel on the Chinook. Lost all of its fuel.
Roger, standby. You're good. I don't know what they booped on. I think they booped the back bay.
I've cleaned up map, mate.
Okay, good. Brazzy got shot because he wasn't with friendly forces. Oh, that T0. Good shot. I don't blame him because he's not with friendlies, but at the same time, he is also a NATO-looking guy. He hasn't grabbed anything to make him look different, so I don't know. Silly, silly players. I think Mox mispinged me. Yep. But, I mean, I'm glad they're getting one of the Blackfoot in here, Blackfoot helicopters in here to provide Overwatch, because, again, he's not getting engaged by AA. He's Overwatching.
I got a bunch of...
It's being what an MI-24 would honestly be doing, actually, so...
Just
good on him.
Back probably 150.
You just gotta light a fire under these guys' asses, and they will eventually play their roles properly. And I hate to say it like that, and I hate to laugh, but at the same time, I mean, you guys are watching it with me. At the end of the day, I want them to have fun, but also...
I'm not able to get that marshal in until I get all these infantry...
I'm not gonna let them steamroll. Because I've played plenty of ops where I steamroll. I literally get bored and I'll just start looking at my phone. And even on some streams, you'll see me do it. I'll just stop interacting with everyone, I'll check my phone and, you know, text Bloodwing or look at memes, because I'm not invested. So, you know, I just chill.
Charlie to ground command. We're right now holding AP1. What do you want us to do?
I'm about to be back on the ground there.
Alright.
Copy that. We're securing right now.
I mean, at this rate, I'm gonna call...
Gonna go to Teumess first, and then
this
attack
unit back.
The, airfield from the side or rear, I don't know.
Copy that.
I'm surprised the drone operator hasn't gotten a drone and started looking for the Rhea sites.
Ground Alpha's back up to full shock. We're gonna be.
Yeah, can be destroyed by already if found. Air can swack them if needed since voodoo magic, because they can either equip the F-18s with harms, which is anti-radiation missile, which basically means if it detects it's being locked on by radar, it will fire back. And you are...
Drop it at 5 o'clock central.
Uh-oh.
Solid copy. I'll have it dropped off at Firefox Actual.
I mean, you've seen a tube go out too here, but I think they're trying to test the ranges here. But again, they still have a lot of range here, so I'm being very generous with those SAMs. Map, I think, mispainting me again. Let's return the favor. Because I hear the helicopter. And there it is. Am I really gonna be a dick and AT him from something he can't even avoid?
Can all squadlets meet me?
Of course I am. No, I'm just kidding.
Reason?
Just planning.
You can plan on the radio, dude. There's no need for a huddle.
Just stop arguing with him and do it.
Charlie on the way.
Yeah, so I think Charge, he took one of the boats and went around and frickin' tapped him. But I'll go ahead and delete these bodies. Looks like he got a third one, too. But yeah, no, he's dead now. But he's gonna possibly tell everyone that this side's clear. It's not. I got a frickin' tank. Hey, Mr. Tigris. He just flew out of my range. The AI wasn't doing it. So I think he's trying to inch closer and closer, but a Rhea missile finally shot at him. He's having to evade. And able to dodge it. He's getting more radar locks from the left, and he's hit and down.
Forgot the time. Skeptical, how are they doing?
Skeptical, how are they doing? Well, I can respond to that. Skeptical. It's very skeptical to how they're doing. But Deadwalker, thanks for the 33-month resub. Uh-oh. I don't think that tank's in a position to overwatch down that MSR.
Northwest.
But I could adjust it. It's too late now. If that infantry gets engaged, then I'll adjust it. But, oof, it's going to be messy. But, what were you drinking, Deadwalker? They've been, they got their ass kicked. They got wiped up on this hill because they didn't recon and this IFE tore them to shreds. Says, hi, send message.
Could you put a something for... I need to be able to lift up a Marshal for the Huron.
Stand by, I'll move a Marshal to the back.
Thank you.
Drone up, Wino.
Where is that T100 Alpha?
T100 mark has been marked up. Let me just adjust it 1 second.
I did tell him I'd do that, so it's all good. I just need more room for the infantry to deploy.
Wino got an ATGM ready, I can laser it.
All ground forces, there's apparently a hostile fishing boat shooting down friendly aircraft.
I'm gonna let him believe it. Okay. Okay. Knowing my history, they would believe that too.
T100 mark has been put on map times down.
Okay.
Fucking VLS into the fucking port hatch of that, please.
Okay. I've made something like that before, but I don't like doing it because when you attach things to static objects, it causes that glitch where they have like 1 frame a second and they like look around and it looks so weird. I don't like doing that, but if they think that's the case, then yeah, screw it. Let's do it. Let's make them think that. I'm not gonna make one now though, because that thing's a pain in the butt to make, but
Are you able to laser?
we'll make them think it.
A-firm, please. Confirm when lays lock.
I mean, they could totally VLS that. But I like now they learn their mistake. They're scouting out for assets that could possibly ambush them. And now they're performing how they should in this AO. And now we can see the players how they're supposed to play at the very least. So VLS is now getting a lock. We just heard a tank shell fire off.
So try to move around the contacts on the north side. We need to get into an open area. We can't find them in the forest.
This is drone up, just to clear up. Is the T100 taken out?
Negative, you missed. It is active.
I didn't fire.
Oh no, firing another IDPM.
We can assume where they are based off of where they landed, so the safest place for me is to move to the western flank here.
T100 is fucked off.
Good copy, drone up is taking out the SAM Saturn.
And then move it to a lower position. If he decides to move, I'm going to quickly replace him. Because it's his scripting that's, not scripting, but since he was placed in Eden Editor, he'll be a little more laggy there.
Marshal drop, we're moving up in it now.
It's because, so the reason for that was they were using a Rhino's ATGM system to try to hit it instead of the VLS. So it missed because at that range it can be a little difficult to hit, but you know, things adjusted accordingly.
This is Rhino and Marshall, we're moving up together.
So I'm gonna manually drive him and we'll go from there.
Alpha's alive.
But yeah, you gotta remember, there are vanilla ATGM rounds that only the Rhino can use. And I gotta be careful driving down here at this speed because it could easily... I could easily flip something. But I'm gonna be a little bit of a sneaky dick here. Now that they've aggroed this thing, it's gonna now be a pain in their behind here. Ooh, they just try to put AT on me. But I'm gonna keep this guy in the town and use him again when I need to. I'm gonna make these AA team, this AA team just go back and forth a little bit, give them a little bit of movement. And let's go ahead and bring in another set of CSAT units. We're gonna go for assault teams now because they are more heavily armed. And start folding them in. So anyway, we caused a little bit of casualties down there. Outcast and Holy Light are under rubble. Let me quickly move them.
This is drawn up. Apparently the one team died again. I'm taking over again.
So let's go ahead, get Holy Light.
Charlie to ground command.
Outcast.
Go. We took a couple of casualties. We need medical support on them. One of our medics is down.
And let's now go ahead, get some of these bodies deleted.
Alpha to ground.
We're moving in medics.
Alpha to Bravo or anyone. We've got a.
That's a truck they use for transport.
Never mind, medic is knocked out, but we've got a number of people to.
And again, I don't use garbage cleanup scripts. That rule will be broken for Project 14 that I'm working on because I have to, otherwise the server lags. But I don't like garbage cleanup scripts because I've had very bad memories of... Uh-oh. Bogosvik was just engaged. This tank drove back. They are exchanging rounds.
Southwest, please.
Roger that, orientating.
I'm gonna try to pull them up here to get them repaired.
This is ground. T100 is knocked down.
And it sounds like they have, only knocked her out though.
Town of Teumess.
Yeah, we already noticed it was there. Move down into
It's me just trying to adjust it to get back up to that R&R position. Meanwhile, we have Mox trying to get that Blackfoot in. I think, he got hit pretty hard there.
ASAP.
Charlie got you, we're on the way.
Honestly, if they had a tank destroyer, just go up on those hills over there and walk in some ATGM shots on that lead one. That would give them a lot more room to maneuver here. But they have to use those, because they do have a pylon changing system, they got to use those as longer range AGS systems. Meanwhile, infantry is still moving down here. The assault squads are coming across the Hainer Bay times now. And that tank, I'll probably be able to save it. Otherwise, medic is coming back, bandaging Iota. And I'm going to also delete some of the wrecks here. Also, they're within my minimum arty distance, so I won't be calling on any artillery. And I'm going to replace this Merid. And where are the roads? Okay, so you are going to have to come back around.
Pushing west on ASR, you've got no cover to yourself.
And I'll have them push around like that. So I'm going to spawn in 2 more rifle squads from the base. Alright, it wanted me to do 3. That is doable. And I'm going to bring them in as QRF to go around that position. So I'm a little concerned about the tank and the way it can drive, so I'm going to manual it. Ooh. Let's make sure we actually get in the driver's seat instead. We don't really need fuel, but we could go for some ammo and a repair. Welcome to Vanilla. It's super OP.
This is ground to Alpha.
Yeah.
Location and strength?
What do you mean location and strength? We're about 50 meters in front of you, all up.
Bravos, how are you doing?
As I think sounds done with this op, the way his infantry's been behaving. I do not blame him.
We're in the same location as Bravo. We're pushing with them.
So again, I know that they're moving along this pass. I don't know how far though, so I'm going to send those infantry groups around.
Good, okay. For what I saw.
Pogo still maintaining this position, trying to overwatch that town. I don't think they have any idea my tank has come around. If they had a drone operator that was watching this position, they could have watched where that tank went and seen how big of an issue this now is. What are you doing? I think this guy's busted with his AI. He doesn't know how to get up there. He's just driving back and forth. Sometimes when you put the roads too close like that, that can happen. I got a massive wave of QRF coming in, and when these guys aggro on the infantry, if they aggro, I can then sweep them around. Otherwise, they're going to come over here and see all these bodies and wonder what's going on. Yes, that is my second and last T100. And I'm just trying to keep her in reserve right now, because we don't know where those players are. Prozzy, the drone operator, he's shifting to be up here, which is very dangerous because he's got 2 squads of infantry that could easily kill him and disable his drone abilities. So that's not what you want to see in reality. Now the marshal's going to come around. End goal is right there. These 3 infantry squads coming to reinforce the town are also up. Another thing the players could have done, which I thought of but didn't think they would, but I still, kept it there, is, we got these boats. They could use the boats to reposition. And it looks like they're using artillery to hit these. So I'm going to now commence scramble. And I'm going to scramble the rest of my helicopters. Now, the loadout...
Safety check.
Gonna give them some AA short ranges on these, because I don't like air-to-ground weapons, because in vanilla it can instantly kill vehicles. So we're just going to replace that with a 20mm cannon and a single AA weapon. And the pilots are... If I could fix one thing in this game, it would be how dumb the AI are when they get into VIX.
The building, the...
So, I mean, look, he's literally in a scripted state, so he'll run through HESCOs.
Have a lot of enemies inside, if they're in position.
Well, we aren't allowed to use big explosives here. So just engage.
And you're still set to... Okay, shit.
Shoot 40 mic marks. And...
Fuck, 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 fuck. Come on. Work with me here.
We last about green square.
There we go. Don't know what he's painting me about. Yeah, so by now these guys are gonna get orders that the town is under attack. Because we do have a few guys that are down over there, and then this tank
Be advised, Marshall
is going to turn and
Marshall, there's
engage.
contacts all around this fucking town. You push it in.
So let's see, loadout.
Good idea, my guy.
20mm cannon. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we're parking ourselves at the hospital. Give you guys support when we can.
This is drone up. I got eyes on the T100 near the chapel, top of the hill, east of the airfield.
Alright. I'm tired of waiting for you guys. Oh, Nim killed Az. Those two are good friends, so that can sometimes happen. Alright, what's the highest point I can get you at? Yeah, so come up the road.
Once I've divided the city when moving into
Moving there, but looks like they hit that, Tigris.
I need Bravo to start clearing 1.
We have charged Poppy again on his own. I'm gonna shoot him.
And when we're all ready, we'll move down to 3.
Copy that. Charlie will stick to second place.
Because again, I'll let you lone wolf. I just got some really nasty things to do with that.
Be advised, Orca incoming.
He's still alive though, but I'll at least make him think twice. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. And it looks like we have the Orca. I thought I was lining up a shot on that Rhino. That's not the case. Where's that Kajman? Kajman went down. Okay.
Has moved southeast, currently moving south towards the airfield, out of sight of you guys.
All right. Orca's now just flying Overwatch here.
Marshall engaging Orca.
Marshall's now shooting at the Orca. That's probably how the Kajman went down too. And we just have various infantry that are deployed. Marid was taken out possibly by my by their tank, and the T-100 does not know how to drive. Meanwhile, AA sights are still up. Looks like Orca just got shot down by some sort of SAM. Good use there. It was a man-pad, excuse me.
Eyes on enemy Orca down.
That's the Pawnee. It should have respawned by now. It's been down there for a while. Same with this Blackfoot. I don't know why those vehicles aren't respawning, because they were. Maybe it just still hasn't been the time. Then again, that Pawnee's been up for a while, so maybe the mission glitched. And Prazi is now running right in the middle of those two infantry squads.
Oh, okay.
Town, the objective area is secure, but yep, there's those drone support, because he was off on his own where two infantry squads were.
Multiple Kajmans coming in.
So yeah, they secured the office building. They didn't blow that up, though, which is good.
That's what I wanted for Christmas.
They're reporting the Kajmans, but I think they're both down. Yep, so
Bravo Charlie.
that was just part of that pad over there.
Side with Alpha at the garrison mark, and the intel do not destroy. We'll move down.
Charlie to ground command.
No, I want you to stay over there, man. Come on.
Check it and it's clear.
Good copy. Move down to 3.
Copy that.
The Charge is in a gunfight on his own over here. I'm gonna finish the fight. Headshot. Only there was someone that could medic him, but he decided to go off on his own. By the way, there's usually 2 recon slots I have. I have taken those off because I didn't want them to use them. Now you're hearing that Tigris engage. Let me get in this driver's seat. Alright, we're rearmed. Where are we at, Mr. Gunner? Sounds like they were dropping bombs.
This is Firefox. Does anybody have eyes on that chargement?
Go again, Firefox.
Anybody have eyes on that posted incoming chargement?
Short while ago.
Yeah, dead.
Door not to ground.
This is ground.
The T-100 got eyes on you guys and is currently waiting to fire. I might go for BSL.
Where is it?
In the open... Near the west solar tower. It's engaging you with HMG.
Solar tower near sniper team?
Yes.
Engage with VLS.
Copy.
Be advised that T-100 have eyes on marshals. We're getting clear again.
All squads spread out. We're getting a VLS on that.
You're lucky those are HE, buddy.
VLS off.
Alright, let's pull them off that position. Because we know they have cruise missile capability, because they've used it. And I'm hearing more AA fire. They just hit that puppy over there, and let's see, they got... Nope, that's the Kajman, so they're bringing that over there. That's an interesting call.
Copy that.
These things are supposed to be reloading automatically.
To the south of town.
But yeah, Air's trying to come up with creative ways to take the site out. But again, I have this ammo here, so it should be doing it, but it's not, so I just boop it, say okay.
Did you hit it with the VLS?
I tried, it fucked off again while the VLS was in the air.
Meanwhile, these guys still trying to push him back. I'm going to put him in the in-between area. Hopefully that'll help their pathing out a bit more, but I doubt it. And we still have the AA guy, a single AA guy up here now, because Charge was able to take the other one out.
Go for drone.
I mean, looking at that Marshal, only his wheels are hit. Nothing too much from those HE rounds, but you can see where they impacted. Because again, an HE round, it's designed to just fragment. It's not designed to
On the North Island, there were 2 Tigers.
Hey, drone off.
actually do any like penetration. I'm gonna break that squad apart. I think they're glitched out because they're in a circle of houses and their pathing doesn't know how to. The squad leader doesn't know how to get them out of that.
The CSAT base, it says nothing about securing it, it just says neutralize it, right? So surely to thought we can just VLS that bitch into the ground.
Wow.
Sure. But I expect kind of can be we do.
Wow, okay.
Well, it says that CSAT...
That's hilarious. A freaking attack chopper came in and just booped all my sand.
Can't be QRF if we take out the QRF.
That's creative. Wow. Like, no, okay. If it works, it ain't stupid. I still think that's a little stupid, but if it works. At this point, I'm willing to give anything to him.
This is drone up, be advised. The T-100 moved to the airport. It's hiding behind the airport building looking at you guys.
So with those SAMs down, T-100 just got engaged, and I don't think there's much left here for Air to be worried about. Almost all the Tigresses are down. We still have one more.
Squad, this is ground. We're gonna...
And I do have a single AA guy up there, so...
Fortified.
Still got some coverage down and whatnot.
The sight line.
I'm gonna send these guys over just to play defensive over here.
Your F base will destroy with whatever we have, probably the hammer.
And let's go ahead clean up some more bodies here. So yeah, that was I can't believe that worked. So, just another classic Arma op of the player base trying to gun-ho something, it not working out in their advantage.
Pretty much empty.
Outcast, I think we've got a Nephron in the airbag.
And everything going downhill. That wasn't Nephron, that was,
Towards the airstrip, I'm not sure if that was your guys.
I have a guy doing a gun run on Tower 7.
can't hear you.
I'm gonna have this ammo Vic get brought over
Coming in 1 by 5.
to go rearm the
drone up.
the Tigris.
QRF base, mark whatever is there. If there's nothing there anymore,
Oh,
mark
AA missile just went on. I don't know what that is.
on the thing, the airfield.
Good copy. Charlie to ground command, we are pushing to the airfield like we are.
Copy, stay out of the watch zone of the Tigris. Make sure you don't destroy the planes and keep them alive.
Copy.
From what I gather from drone up, we pretty much beat all their QRF.
This is Marshall. Be advised, enemy infantry pushing from the east towards the airfield.
Ah, someone hit me with AT. But yeah, with that ammo Vic right there, I've essentially had infinite ammo. So yes, I was going to abuse it. Hey, I did good flying that time. Don't diss the flying skills when I can actually make them work. I'm getting shot at. Let's see if they can kill me. Here's the HE rocket going in the tube.
Firefox, alert, you got fucking infantry to your direct south, mate. They're on the hills. Can you engage those, please?
And that one hit a little on the far side. That's A-okay. Now if these guys go in... Not gonna lie, I actually don't hear it. I don't. Jason painting me after he got shot down. Ouch. What are you painting me for? You're dead. Also, you're buoyant. So it looks like APC went off on its own on the left side as my reinforcements were coming in, so that's putting them out of action. And yeah, they haven't blown up those planes, so that is still A-okay.
Ground to Alpha, how's the clearing going?
It's going.
Copy that.
Now, this guy's the only one still here. What I would do is...
Copy that. How about the planes?
If the AI engage them, the AI engage them.
I mean, on the airfield, the one we're about to, the one we're supposed to keep intact.
Outcast, please tell us, friendly bird.
There shouldn't be any enemy birds up in the air right now.
I think I accidentally just deleted the Naveed we had in the AO. Okay. Now...
Bird, you've got contact.
You know it's over there.
Field just below you. Reference to white smoke.
Gonna do a hard copy paste because I broke their squad apart, so... That is an AGM that just went in.
That guy below the little bird looks friendly. It looks like MTP.
Switched his gun. They're now pulling back.
Drone up, what's activity at QRF base?
I deleted that body, otherwise I'd have them pick another AA missile, so they're pulling back.
Nothing else moving.
Copy. Any other QRF incoming on the airfield?
No, the QF base is dead.
Alright, so again, that would have failed if these those two planes went down.
Two guys are currently running towards the airfield.
Charlie to ground command, wind inside the airfield is look a little bit clear. It look clear.
Copy, lick your wounds, and when you're all ready, move off to the QRF base. If possible, send a medic north to the... Oh fuck. Send a medic north to the town of Tunis. I'm there with my medic who's down.
I cannot give you my medic. We need to call like our wound.
Understandable. I'm slowly dragging him towards you.
You there, Liru?
Yeah, what up?
Blown up to all squads.
What exactly took out the
Any of you
marshal?
missing a guy?
You guys drove into 2 squads.
Down my little bird.
80, yeah, was it?
Yeah.
Figures. Firefox to JTAC, we need another marshal and Firefox lifted into the AO, please.
So, I mean, you see all the battle damage from the slat cages when it got into that tank fight. Thankfully, the repair Vic is right there.
1 times marshal and the entire Firefox crew.
Solid copy.
Now they have air superiority, so this should be a slam dunk, right?
Would you be able to move a marshal up when they get here?
Yep, let me see. That is... This is the last marshal, so...
Yeah, figured.
Drone up, move to the Samsite Islands and check out where they...
That's the most I can move it back, because Prowzy's right in the slot, so...
Be advised, the Samsats got taken out earlier if I'm not completely stupid.
Alright.
I mean, you all got the pop-up when... You're all getting the pop-ups when objectives are done, right? Like, you should be.
Hey, Rhino, Marshall, have you guys got ordnance for taking out towers?
Break. Ground command, I got a Scorcher or something sitting at this main CSAT base. Am I good to take that out?
Just to remind him, I still have AA here. It's not gonna hit him because it's freaking F-18, but just a subtle reminder.
Since this is the last marshal, could we get these slat cages?
No, because then it won't airlift right, and I'm using that as an excuse.
Yeah, no worries. Make sure you put medical and bullets in there, they're going to need a full resupply.
So they got repaired. Yep. And now they're good to go. The ammo one, though, I use that on something else.
When ready, push out and clear the QRF base.
Let's see, it's about 5 o'clock. They started at about 3:35-ish, so...
Rhino on station. Can you take out the battle towers or slow HE, mate?
The boys want to hurry up, the Huron's coming.
Thanks.
I have a really dumb idea. This is hi, send message.
Are we able to load wounded into vehicles or no?
I don't think so.
It's outside the scope of the script.
Ooh! Oh, that was some, that was an air-to-ground bomb, I think a GBU, from that F-18.
Drone up to ground.
Go ahead, drone up.
As the task tells us to kill everything, 2 VSS might make your job easier.
Negative, just have the infantry squads cleared out.
No, you jump in the bird.
There's still a
That was a pretty good hit, yeah, I mean, it's, I think they decrewed it, it's pretty much disabled.
Mark on map, and you'll get
it. Is.
Swipe it.
Alpha's moving west times now. Bravo, get on my right side.
Yep, Bravo is already on the north.
Thanks. Is it just lack of ammunition or is that invulnerable?
We don't have the right ammunition for it. We don't want to use it. Just in case.
Understood.
Ooh!
Got infantry in the forest line between the terminal and Tower 5.
Getting some ordnance to land over there. We only hit Galil, though. But I love using HE because it definitely does provide a heckin' spook.
Hey, where am I sticking this marshal? Anyone?
Take it to Firefox Actual again.
Solid copy. I also have 2 times reinserts. I'll bring them over to Firefox Actual as well and have the marshal drive them.
Roger that, marshal will do.
Alright. Is this a green guy? No, okay. Green guy could get away with, we'll have to see. Alright. Tumble, you know what's coming, don't you? It's a fuel Vic, which means it's loaded with a lot of ouch. Yeah. Alright, beginning our attack run.
Coming up front of me.
No! Aw, epic sad face. But alright. I still got another guy back here. Oh well, I just wanted to give him a hug, right guys? Alright, you're all that's left. Finish the mission. I'm gonna get into Shikra and see if the plane knows. Maybe he'll get an autopilot to help him with the auto takeoff. Actually, can someone look it up? Does a Shikra have an autopilot mode? If that's something in Arma lore, I'm gonna feel a lot better about doing that. Okay, you need to stop being dumb, and please just go to your plane. Alright? We're gonna take the big plane. And we're gonna work marvels with it.
Everything good, Grand Command?
Sorry, what was that?
I just hit someone in the face, but I don't see any casualties there.
Ground, this is Firefox. Marshall dropped off. Bringing the 2 reinserts with me.
Okay, we're about to finish this.
Dawn up JTAG, you got a couple of people for reinserts back at the carrier.
Say again?
You're gonna be dumb, aren't you? Alright, that's okay.
And then they need reinserts at the carrier.
I'm gonna be very dumb with this thing to take it off, as if he's like reading into how to take it off and stuff. Okay. Autopilot. ABTO, that looks like something. That wasn't it.
Yeah, is this a CSAT plane friendly or not?
I can't read Farsi.
That's not a CSAT plane.
Looks like a CSAT plane.
The one flying overhead?
No, the one on the runway.
You mean the objective that we're not supposed to destroy?
But it's got engines on.
Ogre, if you can take out the infantry on it.
I was gonna drop my weapon, but alright. I'm not gonna take off, he's staring at me with a freaking tank gun, so... That's alright.
I'd love to see the day when a random infantry pleb can pilot an aircraft. Let's do CSAT.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? Yeah, as a man getting snarky right off the bat with that. And I'm like, yeah, no, I agree. It's just I wanted to give him a few minutes to learn that, but... Like I said, that's why I was looking for an autopilot feature. Look at that pre-shoot bullshit with third person. makes them think twice. But yeah, no, they're just going to clean up this fob, and it'll be index. So, as I usually do with the last few garrisoned units, I will... Cag. Alright, so how'd you guys think about that AO? Oh no, what's that? They actually get in trouble when they third-person peek. Like, Drum will actually reprimand you, and, yeah. But you believe what you want. I don't really give a shit. Helicopter? Yeah, they're just suppressing me up there as I lock that down. Grounds is high, how copy?
This is ground, go ahead.
Index will auto in about 50 seconds. Good job.
Thank you.
One last thing while I got the command elements all in one place. I'm sorry for my performance earlier. I fucked up.
Alright.
Squad leaders, remember, no firing at index. No firing at people at index. Make sure to remind your boys. Don't want to have another bang.
Alright.
Hi, we confirmed index.
10 seconds left.
If I'm going to go into the ocean and become a dolphin.
I don't know if it's raining or if I'm crying.
God is crying.
Aye. Alright, let's go up to debrief.
Nice flying.
Thanks.
Let's throw that up. Oh, I forgot to put this up too. Oh well, that's fine.
Sorry
Let's
about
cut
your
the
coughing,
music.
by the way.
Alright, so all 5 objectives were done. 2 possible objectives to fail was if you blew up the construction site, that would have triggered a failure on that, and if you blew up the 2 planes, that would have put a failure on that. Really the biggest, the weakest link today was the failure of recon. There was a drone operator, there was also a guy lone wolfing around, which I thought you were using as recon, but he started shooting stuff on his own, so I just killed him with the Tigris twice. But, whatever. I did at one point get a dude in the Shikra. He was a random medic. He was trying to figure out what buttons did what. That's why he started doing weird things like shoot, turn the engine on, turn it back off, and then when he noticed that there was a frickin' tank barrel staring at him, he got out, tried to surrender, but he was shot to shit by the coax. So, you know, he was just trying to get off the damn island. Another person tried to get into a Taru and fly that off, lost control, and then got shot down. So, again, I'm just trying to show dynamically that these guys are trying to fuck off, but they're not that good. So I just fly them normally to showcase their skill, because I know you all make fun of me, but Overall, yeah, I mean, good up. All objectives done. A little bit of teething. Please do recon. Otherwise, IFVs will do what they're made to do. So, Ground, go ahead.
Not much to add on what you said. Recon was lacking today, but we still managed to persevere and complete all the objectives as intended.
Well, it depends who's on the roll lead, Jets. If they have someone really good at recon, then they can do things, but...
Was a little bit of a teeth grinding moment at times, but I appreciate you guys still still talk to me, still able to keep your squads together and keep comms with me, although sometimes those were all a little bit lacking as well. That's it from me. Alpha.
So I've got quite a fucking bit to go on, so I hope you guys have got your fucking pillars ready. Fucking ingress, slow as hell. I'm not 100% sure why the main ingress route that we originally planned out had us traveling over a fucking mountain to get onto an objective when there was a little bay that we could have utilized, which Alpha did. People were slow as hell to even get idea of what we were going to do next from the fob. We were in there for 20 minutes, sat there with a finger up our ass. Drone op, I'm going to straight out call you out. I have no idea what the fuck you were doing. This is time for me to talk, dude. You got time afterwards. Okay. When a fucking drone op is meant to be droning is when when you're taking objective A, drone op should be scouting out objective B. There's zero reason why that should be happening. I think that it's a commonplace nowadays that drone operators are taking drone op to be more interested in the hammer turret and the cruise missiles than to actually be bothered about doing reconnaissance. Because we had no idea where the fuck that BTR was. Yeah, infantry, they can be flexible in movement, but fucking vehicles stand at like a sore-ass FOM. And you could have scouted that out like 30 minutes prior to us even being in that area. That kill zone didn't need to happen. That fallback didn't need to happen. Regarding the Zeus feedback and stuff like that, I'm starting to get a little bit tired of people like the CSAT being controlled and then whips out their AT launchers and just dumbfires a HE straight into all of us. It should be more of a bullet on bullet fight, because it's just getting fucking tedious at this point. I was half contemplating asking my squad mates when they were reinserting to just get a PCMLs and just bring AT, because if we're going to be corner checked by RPG, I may as well do it back, because if that's when the gloves are coming off, then I've got no idea.
If they're part of the default kit per rifle squad, I'm going to use it. If you don't like it, don't play.
Independently for my squad, you did fine. Did what I asked you, put up with my bullshit. I'm going to take a break for a while, probably a couple of weeks, just to get my fucking head out my ass.
Bravo. Outcast, can I go? Because I have to go. In a second.
I'm not the ground command, but sure.
Yeah, I was drawn up. I can only apologize for my performance today. I'm usually way better than this. I don't know what happened today. I fucked up multiple times.
So let's give him a warm welcome,
And
shall we?
yeah, I can only say sorry. And better myself. Anyways, good night, guys.
Bravo.
Bravo did semi-good. Whilst we didn't follow the objectives, please, for the love of God, stay with your squad and listen to your squad lead. Don't do whatever you want or what other squad leads yell in the distance. There was one fuck up on the radio where apparently decided to switch my frequency, so I apologize for that. Other than that, not much from Bravo.
We have a Charlie.
Yeah. It was good. Thank you to Seymour and Task. They're more experienced than me, and it easier squad leading with them. And in my perspective, we did the best we could. Yeah. I had a lot of new people, and yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it.
We have a Delta.
No. Vehicle crews. Vehicle crews.
Pogo, you go first.
Bogo did the spiel in TeamSpeak.
I already did mine.
Chat.
This is in words, poorly typed, but you can still make it out.
One thing I was wondering.
What is it?
Firehawk's Rhino, crewed by someone who was not big crew.
I will take care of that one on my side. Was that it for armor? There was no other armor?
No, Firefox is going next. We went in and Marshall gave ground a bit of support when they went down, pushed up, started firing into the forest, backed up when that T-100 came around, but it booped us. We got picked up. We pulled back to the fob to pick up the Rhino, and then the Rhino just got dropped off ahead, so we manned the mortars to give you guys smoke to pull back. And when the second Marshall got blown up and that brought in, we moved up in the Marshall, helped out infantry as they push, went to help clear to the south side, got side booped by an AT, dragged the last Marshall up, and then just drove in. That was Firefox's day.
I'll start for the whole air thing. Air did what they could. I'm pretty content with what Air did. There was really only one thing that I saw that Air did that really drove me up a wall, and that was the Chinook nearly landing on top of my head at the destroyer. That was just added stuff that I didn't need.
Yeah, right, Jet.
Oh well, things happen. It's a game. That got sorted. There were a couple times where we'd have requests to bring in armored assets in. I'd ask where they drop them off, and only towards about the halfway point, towards the end of the halfway onward, is when we started dropping them off at Firefox. But before that, the first time we brought the Rhino in, I didn't know what to do with it, and we had 2 reinserts as well. So I'm like, okay, well, there's nobody going to go back to go pick them up, and I'm not having a Chinook fly the 2 reinserts all the way up to the front lines. So I told the pilot to tell the reinserts to get in the Rhino, drive the Rhino up until they came across the crew, and then get out and walk the rest of the way. Because at that point in time, that's like the best. That was the only thing I could think of that would accomplish both things. So apologies if your Rhino got stolen. That was entirely me trying to figure out a way to get the reinserts up to the front line without having a Chinook swacked out of the sky. Apparently, the fishing boats had AA on them. And
They did not. There was no fishing boats with AA. It was just 2 dynamic boats, one
I'm
on the
too
north,
late.
one on the south,
See.
but they were map assets. So I don't know why you called that out, but that wasn't the thing.
One of our pilots said that they were getting shot from one of the fishing boats, so probably what was happening is they got locked from the direction where the fishing boat was behind them, and they just associated it as a fishing boat.
Phoenix Claw, thanks for the 5-month sub, my man.
Air was just egregiously hit by all of the AA. They could barely get into the AO. As soon as they lifted off of the carrier, like just a couple meters up off the carrier, they'd get locked. And even the jet, as soon as it took off, was being fired upon. It was no more than a couple 100 meters off the ground when it was being fired upon. So apologies that we weren't able to provide very much in the way of CAS at the beginning. The first CAS strike was basically the only one that we were able to properly provide, and even then the pilot got shot down as soon as he finished doing the CAS strike. But yeah, that's all from me. Oh, and apologies because I haven't JTAC'd him forever, and I thought that I did absolutely awful. So anyways. Air.
I'll go first. I was Logi, reinsert pilot. Sorry for almost landing on you and like fucking up on the destroyer. Yeah, fucked up there. The rest of it was fine. There's a weird bug. I don't know if anyone knows about it properly, but the thing of like occasionally when you pick up a vehicle and you can only fly at 60 when you put the gear on. Didn't happen once. Happened the second time. Was weird. And then yeah, that's about it. Also loved my freaking sweet landing thing at the end. Fun.
This is Gray. I was the jet pilot. Yeah, within maybe a minute of taking off from the airstrip on the carrier, I immediately was locked on. Almost went through almost all my flares trying to evade them all. Besides that, overall, A was immense. Fuck the fishing boats. And yeah, I did what I could without getting shot down, which was not as much as I wish I could. Trying to spot the SAM sites from a distance was not fun, especially when you're being locked on and dodging missiles at the same time. Besides that, overall,
Yeah,
for the time
Rando
I did
Jets.
was able
Thanks
to
for the
be in the
420.
AO and actually provide support. It was fun. So good up.
I pretty much filled in wherever a pilot was needed, first in jet, later in the Blackfoot. Not much happened on my end. The high point was cheesing the SAM site objective with Moxie flying in close behind and wrecking the entire place. Otherwise, fun op, but just a slog in general.
Yes, and I was the last pilot. I hate those fucking radar sites on that specifically spots, but I was light cast for a bit. The way the little bird died was due to negative rating because I killed the Euron because it was damaged and I didn't really want to wait. And you all told the other pilot that was okay, but we got shot down. So that's that. And then I fucked around pretty much. After I was really tired of those fucking rear sides, I went in a jet, got shot down, then the Blackfoot, which then I flew 50 meters above the fucking waterline and then swacked them with the guns, with Medmura. Then just did supports. Yeah.
Can I say one thing? There was a guy in the op that had black clothes. Please use the regular uniform, so we're not going to shoot you. Don't use any other uniform other than the base one, because we almost shot him like 3 times during the op. Some random guy was running in the black.
Yeah, don't change your uniform ever. That's like the one thing you never change.
Yeah.
Just because it's in the arsenal does not mean you can take it. Like, for example, there was a tinfoil hat in there. Don't take things you don't need. Don't change the uniform.
Is that it?
I've got one
Yeah.
thing if it's open.
Right.
Okay.
Anything for me specifically as ground command?
I typed it all out. But use the roads, man. I know the roads are usually death, but when you're surrounded by forest.
All right, so I'm going to change up because we're going to start a Bornholm campaign because it's a vanilla map, surprisingly. But I'm going to probably adjust it completely because people aren't reading between the lines in operations. And it's because I'm treating them as competent people that use common sense. So I got to baby things down a bit for Friday. It's not for everyone, but you know, they walked into a kill zone today because they did absolutely no recon. The Jets were complaining that they were getting insta-locked because there was a SAM site in the AO that was clearly marked. Like, I don't know. People aren't using their brains again, so we're going to have to enter a state of ops where it's probably just going to be infantry and a few ground vehicles, but we'll see how things go. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Go operate operationally. We're going to be back in about 2.5 hours for something called Friday Night Fights, and I'm going to be commentating with Barbarian over PvP stuff. So if you like to watch players kill each other and the sound of my girly gay voice commenting along with barbarians, feel free to come back in a few hours. Otherwise, thank you for watching, guys. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers, and have a good one.